shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, cause one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lighters in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. And Ken, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
This a Batman too. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. You already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my they feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. Little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one West practical, gladiator maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock 5 rapid. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it all when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out.
West 125th Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohanna since 1969. You know, I'm saying we've been commissioned to teach so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans the true identity according to the Bible. You know, I'm saying giving us back our culture, our history, our identity, and our language. All right, we have classes all throughout the week. If you're in the UK, you know, I'm saying we have classes located. We have a school located at B394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, located in Birmingham. We hold, you know, I'm saying camp and classes every 2 weeks in Leicester, between Leicester and London. You know what I'm saying? So we are all over the map. You know what I mean? We got brothers in Manchester, brothers in, you know, London, Birmingham, Leicester, Gloucester. You know what I'm saying? We are all over the UK. So if you're a brother or sister in the UK, make sure you get in contact with the school. Get in touch with us. You know what I'm saying? Get locked in with these classes, learn your history, learn your identity, learn these law, statutes, commandments, and let's get ourselves right, man. Let's get all the way right with the Most High. All right. Also, let me put in the chat, if there's anybody who's attending these classes and still working on obtaining your name, make sure you fill in the attendance sign-in sheet. You'll find that in the comments. I'll just put it down. All right, so you can follow that link and complete your attendance for the class. All right. Also, let me put this comment in there. Let's see. Oh God. Okay. All right. Also, if any brothers or sisters want to join the UK Lashawan Qadash class, the UK Hebrew class, just reach out to us on by email at isupkuk@gmail.com or by Facebook, wherever you have our contact. All right, just let us know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader. All right, and we can look to get you in the class. Okay, so without further ado, shalom to everybody that's in the class. You know what I'm saying? We got Kayala, shalom, Yahweh Shema Latha Bashem Yahushai.
Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Latha Bashem Yahushai.
Most High Christ. We also, we check these comments, bada bing, bada boom. We got the sister Rab Kwa, shalom sis, Yahweh Shema Latha Bashem Yahushai. We got KJ, Kimberly Jordan checking in from STL, Most High Christ. We got the young man, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatah, Most High Christ. Somebody said they like the music, Most High Christ. All right, that's UPK right there, UPK music. All right, Kyla in the comments, I see you. All right, we got Iran here, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatah. We got sister named Tay, shalom sis, Yahweh Shema Latha Bashem Yahushai. We got Shemaiah, all right, shalom Yahweh Shema Latha Bashem Yahushai. All right, no sweat. We got, who else we got in here? The sister Marisa, shalom sis, Yahweh Shema Latha Bashem Yahushai. Tripping aside, ya Allah. I'm gonna just at this point. I'm gonna just start. I'm just name the brothers, and then we're gonna do the salute for the brothers, and the salute for the sisters. All right, both sides Christ. All right, we got Desai ya Allah, shalom. All right, who else we got up in here? We have. Okay, and I think this is brother just staying in his registry. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and take the registry. So we got Iraj put his registry in the chat. Ra Ban Yamyan Ban Yasha'ala. Kayala, could you state your name and registry for me, Baba Kushara?
Kayala Bath Yahweh Ban Yasha'ala.
Most High Christ. So Kayala at Bath Yahweh Ban Yasha'ala. All right, Kayala, daughter of Judah, the son of Israel. Okay, Most High Christ. And I've seen a couple brothers and sisters putting their registry in. We got Rab Kwa Bath Ra'al Ban Yasha'ala. Most High Christ, the daughter of Reuben. We got, who else we got? We got the young man Corey, all right, Ban Corey Yakwa, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala, Most High Christ, the son of Judah. All right, who else we got up in here? Who's put their registry? Let's see. Did Ira just a second ago? I see Marisa's put her registry up in here too. Marisa Bath Banyamyan. Banya Shala, Most High Christ, the daughter of Benjamin. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get into the class today. So what I want to start, as we always start the class with the Hebrew alphabet. Kayla, could you go through the Hebrew alphabet for me?
Kan, A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Ha, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Ta.
Most High Christ. All right, Most High Christ. So let me share this on the screen so y'all can see as the sister had read. Let's see. Also, if there's any issues with the video or the audio as we're going through the class, please just let me know. I know I've been having a bit of internet trouble recently, but we're gonna rock it out as best we can. All right, let's put this on charge. Give me 1 second. All right. Also, we got a brother put his registry in the chat as well. Nasai Allah Ban Shamaiwan Ban Yashala, Most High Christ, the son of Simeon. All right, Most High Christ. All right, so let me show the alphabet, and then we'll get into these long-awaited phrases. Y'all have been real patient with me. I appreciate everybody who's been so patient with me on these phrases. I got damn near all of them. The last one, there's one I hadn't managed to do just before the class. You know what I'm saying? So like, between being, you know what I'm saying, a Lashawan Qadash scholar, I'm a editing whatever it is they call me. I'd edit all these videos, all these videos of us just slaughtering them Nawabians. I had to get those done too. So like, I may not always get to everything, but eventually we're gonna get there. We're gonna absolutely get there. All right, so my let's see, my thing's freezing right now. Hold on. Okay, we got it back. So all right, put the It's the alphabet we're putting up right here. Also, if anybody wants the if you're new to the class and need the Hebrew alphabet sheet, by all means, reach out to us again by email, Facebook, wherever you have our contact, and we can get the Hebrew alphabet sheet sent out to you. Let's see. Ross said it's lagging a little bit, but to Rob, I wouldn't worry about it. If it gets bad, you'll let me know. Okay. I know sweat through order, no sweat. Yeah, I do see it lagging a little bit. Let me see. Let me just double check it's connected to the right thing. Certainly will. Yeah, that should be the right one. Okay. As you said, I think it's basically because I've got the StreamYard open and I've got other tabs as well. So it's kind of just taken from the CPU and whatever other technological talk. I ain't really well versed in all that. Okay, so let me go ahead and share the Hebrew alphabet. Put this on the screen. Okay. All right, so as a sister recited earlier, the Hebrew alphabet, you start from right to left, right? So it starts with A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ta, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Okay, so that's the whole Hebrew alphabet. You want to learn those letters, practice them, recite them. You know what I'm saying? Go over to the point where you can memorize the full Hebrew alphabet from memory, the same way we were all taught, you know what I'm saying, the oppressors' alphabet. We want to be able to recite our own with that same level of, committing it to memory. All right, so what we're going to go over today, matter of fact, before I go over the family members, let's get these phrases down. All right, so if I go, let's see, I'm gonna be way over to the left. Let's get where I know to these phrases. Okay, it's going to load. So out here. Yeah, y'all can see I've done a lot of classes on there. It's a lot of stuff. Just gotta go through. It's taking a while to load, which you'll probably see me lagging like crazy on the stream. All right, while we get here. It'll be what's going on? Okay, it's probably down here somewhere. Here we go. This would be the one. No. This is the one, right? This is the one with the long list of phrases within translated. All right, so let's zoom in. And the ones we were waiting on were these phrases right here. Okay, so this phrase we had got part of, so we're starting from this one. Encourage your brother to do well. We had gotten part of that phrase. The part we had was we had kazak. Now, what that basically means, kazak is a word which means to strengthen, right? Then we had akyaka. Now, this ath you see in between, this is what's known as a, matter of fact, Kayla, could you explain to the audience what this ath right here means?
It tells us what the verb applies to.
It tells you what the verb applies to. So that's a Hebrew grammatical tool, right? Say if you have a long sentence and you want to make it specific, you want to make sure it's understood what the verb is applying to, the verb here being strengthened. All right, so what or who is being strengthened, right? So you could use that to say kazak ath akyaka. Or generally, we're going to understand what you're saying as we know these words. We'll understand you're saying kazak, strengthen, akyaka would be brother of you or your brother, right? So strengthen your brother. Now, to say to do well in Hebrew, we've got this down as la. So la is a preposition meaning two or for. So that would be how you'd say to. And then to do, in that is what's known as the infinitive, meaning it's not like a past tense. It's not to doing. It's not saying done, doing, or will do. You're just saying to do in the what's known as the infinitive sense. So to say to do in the infinitive, it's aishawath, right? So la aishawath, and then you'd say tawab. Tawab being the adjective meaning good or well. Okay, so to say that full phrase, you can use or you can omit this ath. If you want to be extra grammatically correct, you'd use it. If you're just generally just talking, you don't have to use it. We will understand what it is you're saying, right? Unless you have some long run-off sentence and then it gets a little confusing, all right? But you say kazak akyaka la aishawath tawab. Strengthen your brother to do tawab, to do good, to do well, right? Okay, so that's that phrase. Then we have let's prepare for the journey. So let's prepare for the journey was the original phrase. I've also done it in a way where you can say our journey if you want to be more specific, right? So the way you do it, the root word here is the word kawan, which means to be ready, to be prepared, to establish as well. As a matter of fact, let me just get it up on the screen because this is a word. I know my reader's been waiting on this word for quite some time. A lot of these phrases hinge on this word right here. So I got this word right here. The root word is kawan. All right, kawan means prepare. You see it used here, establish, ready. If I scroll down, here we go. All right, to establish, ready. Right, to be firm, to be stable, not to be stable, to be established, right? So in its most common forms, to prepare or to establish, right? Can also be to be ready. Now in the again, I think what's known as the what's the word? The infinitive. So it's not necessarily, you know, prepared, preparing, or will prepare. As a matter of fact, hold on. We're saying let's prepare, right? So we'd use this in the what's known as the causative. So it's basically let's make ready or let's make preparations. Now the way you say let's do something or like let us do something, we are going to do something, you're basically using the future tense to say we, right? So the phrase let's do this and we are going to do this would be pretty much the same. You add na before the verb, right? And I can go to for anybody who doesn't know about the verb tenses, I did a class on that not too long ago, right? And you get all the verb tenses for what we would today call the past, present, and future, and the different rules for how you modify the verb. So if we go to future tense, you're saying let us do something, it means it hasn't been done, right? We're looking to do it, it's what we want to do, okay? You would use the rule to say we, like we are going to do something. This is here. So you add na at the beginning of the verb, okay? So the root verb here we have is kawan. We have to slightly amend it to is in the sense of to be ready, right? So the verb itself would be hakayan. Now you see instances in the Bible where if we add na at the beginning, you could say na hakayan, or you could just shorten it to nakayan, and that would be we will be ready, or we will prepare, or let's prepare, right? So you can just shorten it. There's plenty of examples where it will shorten or replace the first letter with whatever the rule is. right? So you'd say nakayan, which would be we will prepare or let's prepare. And then you'd say la darak. La darak, la again is a preposition meaning two or four. Oh, go ahead.
Should we be on the other screen?
We should. Like it. I should have. Y'all was probably on that. Salakia. Salakia. Y'all had to remind me sometimes. I can't all the way see what y'all are seeing. I should have been switched over to this screen. All right, Salakia. So yeah, the root being. So y'all even see when I scroll to the rule, right? The rule. Go over here. And for the verb tense rules, this is future tense, so things that haven't happened yet. So to say we will do something or let us do something, you use this rule. So you add na at the beginning of the verb. Like we will give, where the root is nathan, I've put na nathan, right? If you're using like let us walk, you could say na halak. You'll probably see instances where it's just written as nalak, again replacing that first letter with the rule, whatever the rule is, right? Or thalak for you will go, right? You see the rule for here for you will, you add tha at the beginning, so like here, right? So you'll see that, or tathan, that thou will give, right? But if you wanna simplify it and just use it for all different verbs, you would just say you will give tha nathan instead of just saying tathan. But you can find instances, right? So with this hakayan now, which means to be prepared or to be ready, you would say, you could either say na hakayan or you can shorten it to nakayan. Okay, either of those versions is fine. Okay, so as a matter of fact, let me just put in, you can do it as, yeah, let me just do, since I'm explaining it, it'll be kind of easy to not get confused by what I mean, right? So you can do na hakayan, right? So basically na is making it now future tense to say we will do something or let us do something, or you could shorten it to nakayan. Then you'd say la darak. So la is a preposition meaning two or four. In this context, we know we're saying for, right? So let us prepare for the journey. Now, darak is a word which means way, path, or journey. In this context, we're using it for journey, right? And you wouldn't necessarily need to say la ha darak, because it kind of already establishes we're talking about a singular thing, right? What we're preparing for something, right? So you wouldn't necessarily need to say la ha darak. You can just say la darak, right? And it will mean the same thing, for the journey or for a journey. Okay. Now, if you wanted to say specifically for our journey, right? Let's prepare for our journey. You would say na hakayan or nakayan la darak nawa, right? And that would be for journey, and then the nawa at the end is a possessive adjective meaning our. So our journey. Okay. So that's how you say those phrases. On to the next one. I'm just going to give you all some time. You're probably already written it down by the time I'm just rambling, going through the explanation. All right. Y'all ready to move on to the next one? I may last quite a lot because you're in the class. You good to go? All right. So then we have, are you ready? Right? How to say, are you ready? Now this follows a similar rule. So it's using this hakayan word to say ready or prepared, right? Now we have, and there's a couple different versions, but the one that I would see as like can see evidence for this. I can see it written in the Bible, right? We have hakayanwath. Okay, hakayanwath is a word which in the Bible means you have prepared, right? You have prepared, or you have made ready. Okay, so then we add a ha at the beginning, and that's what's known as the interrogative. So it's turning this phrase into a question. So hakayanwath would be you have prepared. Ha hakayanwath is like saying, have you prepared? It's like, is it the case that you have prepared? Right. So that's how you'd work that out. There's also another version that I was researching, but there isn't a definitive, like I can't show you in the it's like a reconstruct as opposed to having like a reference. So I've put ha hakayanwath, that's the one that I see references for. The other one was like ha hakantha. So hakantha being like you have prepared, kind of in the same way, and then the ha being the interrogative. But again, I couldn't really all the way flesh that out and see the evidence for it. So I didn't want to put that down. Okay. Right. So let me see. Then we have this last phrase, right? This last phrase, I will never give up, right? So the way you'd basically, let me see this. I was looking this up slightly before. What I need to find is the word for, okay, hold on. Okay, so there's two kind of ways that we can say this. There's, if we use the word, there's a word for like abandon, which would be more like the word for give up. Like that's what you're saying when you say, I won't give up, right? So let me have a look. I'll share this screen. If I use the word abandon, 2 A's. It's that Key and Peele skit, A abandon. Let me, okay, abandon. Let's have a look for this one. Okay, so let's see. We have I just find the concordance number. Give me 1 second. But the way you're basically going to say, I will not do something, right? Let me find the word first. All right, so it's H5800. Let's go onto this word. Okay, izab. All right, so izab is a verb which means to leave, to loose, to forsake, right? To basically, to abandon, to leave alone, to just forsake something, which is basically your word for to give up, right? If you forsake somebody, you're giving up on them. You are lost cause. All right, it says right here to loose hands, meaning to just let go, just loose your hands of it, or loose bands, it says here, right? All right, so the word we got is izab. Okay, so that's one way to say it. And then you could also say, use another word which you can use, H2308. Let's grab this word. So we got izab. Let me go. No, let me just grab the words. Okay. So we have izab being to to forsake, to leave, you know, to let something loose, just you know, just give up.
Salakia.
Oh, go ahead.
Did
they
it
stop
stop
sharing my
sharing?
screen? Okay, the water. I don't know. I might click something wrong. Share it again. Okay. All right, so you should be able to see that again now, right? Also, shalom to the young man Michael, Banya Howard, Banya Sha'ala, son of Judah in the building. We've got also Nayar's Rib, Princess Asia. All right, no sweat, no sign. Christ, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema, the thought about Shema, Shai. All right. So, oops, I can't think of putting this back up. Okay. So we have this word, kadal, which means to cease or to, you know, like to basically to stop, right? To cease, to come to an end, to leave off something. So that's another way we can say basically to give up, right? You're either saying, I will not forsake this, I won't abandon it, I won't let it go, or I won't stop, I won't cease, right? So either of those are good, right? Now, the way we basically turn these verbs into this phrase of I will never do this, I will never forsake or abandon, or I will never stop, right? So let me pretty much just add, if I put give up, basically forsake up, so I'll leave that as the word in, and I'll also put the cease, right? Okay, so Kaila, how do we say, if we have the verb, let me note these down. The verbs are azab, for forsake, and what's the other one? Kadal. I should be sharing this. Should be sharing. All right. So izab means to cease. Okay. How would we say I will not do something? Or like I will not forsake, or I will not cease.
La da izab.
So not forsake, or you will not give up. Right? If we look at the verbs for future tense, and I'll go right to it. If it loads in, I might need to scroll up some more.
Con.
So how do you say I will do something? That would basically be the verb part, and then we've added la, so that's I will not.
Con. La izab.
Yes, right. So to say I will do something, or I am going to do something, in this context, we're saying I will not with that la, you add a at the beginning of the verb. So it becomes either izab or akadal, right? Akadal. Okay, so we will do, scroll back to here, izab. Okay, this phrase means I will not forsake, I will not abandon, I will not leave off, right? I won't give up. Okay. And if you wanted to say like, you could say I will not forsake you. You would say izab ka, right? You add ka at the end, which would be you, and you can expand phrases using that word. I will not forsake the school. You know what I'm saying? I won't, forsake the Lord. You can use those with those phrases. All right. So izab or kadal, which means I wanted to say, like, I don't, matter of fact, let me have a quick look. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't a Hebrew word for never. Actually, let me before I say something like that, let me just have a look. But I'm pretty sure you'd basically word it as like forever, right? Or like till forever. If you're saying I will not forsake, then you could say like forever, and you're basically saying I will never forsake. If that it makes sense, I will never give up. So let me have a look to see if there is a way. Let me see how it's. Let me use these examples here. It shall never go out. Okay, have a look at this one. Let's see if there is a specific word. Okay, shall ever. So mathayad. Okay, la'a takaba. Okay, so that would be like it will not go out. And by the context, basically, if you're looking at a fire on an altar, it will not go out. You're basically saying it will never go out. Okay, so let me look at another example, see if it gives a word for this nether or a phrasing. The poor shall never cease out of the land. Or let me, matter of fact, actually, let me check this one. Okay, so this is the same word, right? Cease. Kaya la'a yakal, right? So this would be for it. This ya would be like he or it. In this context, it would be like it will not cease. Abayawan, which would be the word for the poor, and that's what we're talking about. So for the poor will not cease. Okay, let me see if there's a word. The word for never here, it just uses as la'a. So I think we could probably just word it as like, if you're saying I will not forsake, you almost in that general phrase, you're saying you will never do it. And if you wanted to emphasize like that you'll never do this, not ever, right? I believe you can use the phrase la iwalam, which basically means forever, right? What I've said, forever. Okay, but let me just I have one more look to see if I can find this example. Is this the one? I will never, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? La iwalam, right? Iwalam is a word which means forever. So this la iwalam is pretty much just means forever. Now let me just double check how this is phrased and the order in which it's put. So which word we're looking for? Iwalam. Where is it at? Here, right? Okay, so la'a, apar. Okay, so I will not break my covenant, barashieth, with you, la'awalam, right? So you would put it at the end of our phrase. So if we're saying, I will not forsake, right? You can say, I will not forsake my covenant. I will not forsake you. I will not forsake the school, the Most High, whatever you want to put there. And if you want to really emphasize, this is forever, all right? You could say, let me put this right at the end. Or if you want to say, I will not cease, I won't stop, never, right? Or I don't even know if, does it kind of make sense to say, I will not stop forever? I'd say that makes sense. I will not stop forever. Forever will I not stop. I would say that makes sense. So you can also use it with this akada, right? So you're going to use la iwalam. Iwalam. Okay. La being here a preposition, meaning basically forever. Okay. Right. So Akim, Aquathian, these are the phrases. All right. So like you, I couldn't even get to it last week because we had this we had a mission early Saturday morning in London from Manchester. So if y'all know anything about the UK or England, it's a long journey. All right, so we got round to it. We're here. if there's any further questions, or if anybody wants any I don't know, if y'all want any variations of these phrases, if you want to know how to say something real quick, you just want to, an additional word thrown in there, want to know how to say that, by all means, put it in the comments, or Kyla, just let me know. But if we're good on that, we're going to move over to the family members. All right. Also, let me get these questions. Calm, no sweat. I select, so what's that other Bible app you're using, not the Blue Letter one? So I go between the Blue Letter Bible and the it's an app called Bible Hub, or a website. You can access it through a browser too. It's called Bible Hub. So I typically go between those two. They're quite good like concordance like resources. Okay. So if we are, I'll leave it to Kyla. Whenever you're ready to move on to family members, we're gonna revisit that. Just let me know.
Fine, I'm ready.
Y'all ready? All right. Also a yonder bar. Okay. Let me just double check. It said my browser lost connection, but I'm still up, right? Y'all can see me? Kyla, you can see me? Okay. All right. Okay. So let us now go. It might have frozen my. Let me see if I stop sharing. If it go a bit smooth. Okay. I'm just gonna get to the class we're doing today, and I'll share the screen back again. All right. So the class we're going over today is family members. So learning the different, like how to say different members of the family. Okay. Now, let me keep. Is this the end of the thing? Okay, that must be it. Okay, that's fine. So we are. Okay. Right. Okay, so let me. As a matter of fact, let me real quick. I'm gonna do it as almost like a test. All right, because some of y'all should know these words. All right, so before we get into it, I'm just gonna real quick cover these words, and we'll go over them as like a test type thing. Okay, y'all give me a couple seconds to just go over these and with this thing right quick. Well, I suppose it's not even from remembrance of the word. It will still have the Hebrew on the screen. I'll leave the Hebrew up on the screen. So it'll pretty much, I mean, if you know it from memory, by all means, just, say it from memory, Hebrew. So let me just do the first part so I can least it on the okay, this one. Okay, select the delay. Let's share the screen again. Okay. So we're going over family members. All right. Now, the first word, this is going to be the word for family. All right. So the Hebrew like clan, right? Like back in the days, you had, families which would have became over time became clans, and over time became tribes. Or maybe that works the other way, where over time become tribes and then clans. I'm not sure, but basically expand, grow, and eventually become a nation. Right? So the Hebrew word for family, Kaila, how do we say family in Hebrew?
Mashapaka.
Mashapaka, right? Mashapaka is how you say family in Hebrew. All right, so Mashapaka, right? That's how you'd say your family. If you wanted to say, like, say for example, my family, I got over here on the left-hand side the possessive adjectives. So to say my, your, his, her, our, right? Right. If you don't have them, again, you may want to screenshot, or if you have, let me go down a little bit. If you want to contact us, I've been sending out like study materials and things like that, so you can by all means request it. Okay. So Kaila, off that basis, how would you say our family?
Mashapaka Nawa.
Mashapaka Nawa, or I think in this instance, Mashapaka actually becomes, that's actually a good question. I believe it actually may become Mashapakath Nawa. And the Tha basically signifies that it belongs to something. Similar to how, and we'll get on this on one of the other ones, how woman becomes wife, right? Let me actually quickly see. Let me see. Just want to double check whether it would be Mashapakath Nawa. Double check that. So, okay. Yeah. It would change to a Tha at the end, right? So that's good to know. As a matter of fact, let me I wonder if there's a way. What's the best way to like note it? I could add a let me see. If I just do this. And I'll type it, if using, it's way too small, hold on. In a sentence to say, for example, I'll use that same example, our family. You write this as Mashapakath, Nawa, right? So it becomes, the ha becomes a Tha because it belongs to somebody, right?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
And that's even if it's my or
Yes.
your.
Yeah. If you was to say my family, Mashapakath. Let's see. Okay. So this, let's see. Trying to make it small enough that it can fit on the side here. Let me just extend this a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, if basically this family belongs to somebody, if you're talking about a specific, this is this person's family. This is okay. Next we have the Hebrew word for father. Really, I should have put the brothers on the right hand side, sisters on the left. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. All right, but we'll do right. So how would you say father in biblical Hebrew?
Abba.
Abba. Okay, so Abba in Hebrew. Right? Abanawa, Shah Shemayim, so on and so forth. As you do that prayer, that Abanawa is our Father. Okay, let's take this off here. Okay, and on the other side, how do you say mother in Hebrew?
Mama.
Ama, right? So instead of saying Abba, you say Ama. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all. I didn't realize I was showing y'all a word. None of y'all was cheap. Okay, all right. So mother in Hebrew is Ama, right? If you wanted to say like my mother, how would you say that, Kyle? My. All right. What about if you was to say his
Abawa.
Abawa, right? So wa is a preposition meaning not preposition, a possessive adjective if you put it after a word or his, depending on the context. All right. So next we got brother and sister. Of course, everybody should know these words. How do you say brother in Hebrew?
Ak.
Ak. All right. So ak is brother. Okay. And if you wanted to say the plural, it would be achiam. Okay, so achiam is how you'd say brothers. Okay. All right, so like say if you wanted to say my brothers, you'd say achiam ya. Right, my brothers. If you wanted to say his brothers, you could say achiamwa, or you could say achiam yawa, which pretty much translates to brothers of him. Right, so there's like almost two ways you could say it. Now you wouldn't really do like Akiam Yaya, brothers of me. You'd pretty much just say Akiam Ya. Akiam Ya. All right. So on to the next. How do you say sister in Hebrew?
Akwas.
Akwaf. Right. So just say sister in Hebrew is akwaf. Right. Now for the plural, as far as I'm aware, the plural of sisters would be like akwafian. Okay, so if you wanted to say, again, like my sisters, you'd say akwafianya. Okay, so in the plural, and then you add ya at the end to be my. Okay, next, let's see, we have son and daughter. Okay, so Kayla, how do we say son in Hebrew?
Ban.
Ban, right? Everybody should know this from when they check in, right? You'll say ban or bath of whatever your tribe is, right? So son in the Hebrew is ban. Okay, and how do you say daughter in Hebrew?
Bath.
Bath. Okay, so daughter in Hebrew is bath. Right. I see some versions where it does it as banath. I think you can also use that for daughter, but the simplest form, and to just keep things consistent, daughter in Hebrew is bath. Right. Don't teach to use like banath, banath this, banath that. You would just say bath. Okay. All right. Cool. Next we have uncle and aunt. All right. So how would we say uncle in biblical Hebrew?
Dawad.
Dawad. Right. Dawad. Dawad is it's a comes from the word beloved, right? Like Dawada. His name comes from that that word. I believe the way you pronounce the word specific for uncle would be Dawad, because on the feminine side, on the way to say aunt, how would we say that?
Dawada.
Dawada. So now you add, or it will be like if uncle is Dawad, you just almost add, just extend it. So Dawada, right? Dawada or Dawada, however you want to pronounce it. It'd be more like, if you do uncle is Dawad, it would be Dawada, right? It would be like that. You just extend that, add the ha at the end, and it becomes feminine. So now Dawada is aunt. I'd pronounce it more that way to be clear that you're not talking about like King David, right? Whose name we pronounce as Dawada, right? So just each of those letters, Dawada. Okay, you have Dawad and you have Dawada. Okay, so you'd kind of put a distinction there. Okay. All right. So let me see. What we got next? Next we have husband, right? So if a sister, you're talking about your husband is this, or her husband, or I was about to trip out and say his husband. We don't say that up in here. Husband, their husbands, however you want to use it. You know what I'm saying? How would you say husband in Hebrew?
Ayash.
Ayash. Okay, so husband in Hebrew is ayash. I believe the plural, and you'll see this in the Bible. As a matter of fact, let me add an extra thing right here. Let me just use one of these. If you wanted to pluralize it and you wanted to say husbands, I think that's a good thing to know how to say. The ayash becomes or actually, matter of fact, because ayash means man. It means man and husband, right? Like our sisters always talking about my man, my man, my man. It's the same thing. You're talking about your husband when you say your man, right? So it's the same word in Hebrew. The same way we talk today, the same way we talked, I'm saying, back when we were speaking Hebrew. Okay, so put the plural, so the plural for men, or as a matter of fact, let me just look over here and I'm gonna search the word husbands. The word should come up with, if I'm correct, if I'm understanding this correctly, husbands is anashiam. Okay, that's how you pluralize it, and it's not a regular way of pluralizing it, like you think it would just be ayashiam, and you add yam at the end. But let me double check. You can see right here, la anashiam, which is husbands. This is the plural form of man. So man is ayash, like you see right here, and then when you pluralize, it becomes anashiam. So let me let me do this here. So if I go back to this screen, show you all over here. Husbands, or it'd be like the same for men. Is gosh, yum. How would you say wife in Hebrew? Now this word comes from mashapaka, family, but mashapakath, when we're talking about something that belongs to somebody. we add a tha at the end, right? So now it becomes what's the word? Instead of a sha, it becomes a shath, because this woman we're talking about is somebody's wife. She belongs to somebody. Okay, so that's how you get that word. As a matter of fact, I want to find, I've gone over this before, no I have, how we'd say wives, right? Since we have the plural for husbands, you know, we obviously understand that, you know, a woman can't have more than one husband. But if you talk about a group of sisters and then their respective husbands, you could use that word. Now I want to see the word for wives. Let me see if I can pluralize. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you used to say their husbands, it would be anashyamna.
Anashyamam. So to say there, you add it. Salakia. Yeah, you're correct. I use again Salakia. Of course, it's their husbands and that's feminine. I automatically default to masculine, but men don't have husbands, not in the ISUPK. So yeah. Anashyaman. Absolutely.
With that apostrophe?
Yes. Yes. So it's almost like you would add like han at the end usually to say they or them in the feminine sense, or like their or them in the feminine sense. But since the anashyam han, it kind of already almost has that you know that sound. Anashyamhan or anashyamhan, it kind of sounds the same. So you'll see oftentimes it's almost omitted that H, and you can just add the na at the end. Anashyaman, their husbands. Okay. Now let me quickly find this word. From what I see, it's nashyan. It's like from the plural of anashyam, but making it feminine. Let me see. Wives. Nashyam.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
And their husband would be ayashna, like with the regular ayash.
It would be apostrophe A.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Nashya, wives. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it written like that as a lot. As just saying, instead of like anash or anashium, which is husbands or men, wives in plural is just like nash. And a nashya, like you see, where is it here? Nashyawa would be his wives. Or if I go, I'll show you when I search this and go to the lexicon, it gives me Nashyan, which is like the feminine plural, right? So it's like where we've seen you can do sons as either Banya or Banyam. You can do wives as either Nashya or Nashyan. So say if you're saying wives in general, you'd probably use Nashyan. Even this is used about once. So yeah, the construct Nashya, Nashyan, either of those are fine. It seems to be more commonly as Nashya. Okay, so let me actually, what's the thing? See, we change the size. I'm just gonna add this to the bottom of this thing right here. 40. Okay. Wives. Wives in Hebrew is Nashya. No, it's captured Nashia or Nash.
So
I mean, their husband. So the husband is singular, Ayash, and then you add the nat at the end, but it joins with the last letter. So Ayashan. Say it like that.
SHA apostrophe N.
SH apostrophe AN.
Oh.
Right. Okay, so Ayashan. Right. So this should have an A right here. So Nashia or Nashian. You can see it written either way. Typically, it's more common to see Nashia. Right, the same way it's more common to see Banya Yashala or Banya this, Banya that for children than Banyam. Okay. So like say if you was to say his wives, like we've seen in the verses, right? Nashiwa. Or if you was to say, probably if you was to say, I wonder if this is a phrase, like my wives. If you was to say that, you'd probably then use the na at the end, right? Nashian, Nashianya. As a matter of fact, let me have a look. Let's see. Give me my wives and my children. Okay. It may even use Nashiam. It may use that. Okay, so here it's just so Thana. Okay, Ath Nashia. So it just damn near like wives. So give me wives, and in the context, it's talking about his wives. The ya almost already means like the my. Let me check this one as well. What's that? King Corlands, I pray you and see this. Okay, so La Nashia. Okay, so Nashia, Nashia would be also kind of the way to say my wives, right? But if you're specifying anything else, you really would be only saying my wives, his wives in that context, or their wives, right? You know, use something like our, that's crazy work. We ain't like the white man. All right, so you'd use either Nashia for my wives, Nashiwa would be his wives, Nashia, how'd you say there?
So like you said Nashwath?
Nashiawa would be.
No, for my.
Oh, for my wives, it seems to just be Nashia. Like you see right here, like La Nashia. For my wives. So almost in its base form, it's either wives or my wives. To say their wives, you probably, let me see if that's a phrase. Let me run this. Let's see. If I'm not sure of anything, just look it up. That's what I want to do. All right. Let's see. This is a phrase, Nashia. Okay, let's have a look at this. Nashiaham. Okay, so in that instance, instead of adding the, and that makes sense. Instead of adding just the ma, you add ham, right? So say if the word we're looking at ends in a ah, then it doesn't already have the ha sound. And what I mean by that is, say like in Anashiam man, it kind of already, if you join that at the end, it kind of creates almost a ha sound, Anashiaman, right? Whereas if your thing already ends in a sound, if you add a ma or an ah, it just, becomes Nashiam. So to specify, you'd say Nashiaham. right? Their wives. Or just think of it as like the wives of them. Okay, you can think of it that way. Okay, so cool. The like there's no, all the words for like say cousin in Hebrew. We don't really have a Hebrew word for cousin, but the word you would use if you're referring to someone that's not either your uncle, brother, son, father, mother, sister, daughter, or aunt, you would use, or wife. You could use a relative or kinsman, which the word is, how would you say that, Kyla? There's kinsman and kinswoman.
Uh,
So that's the male and female.
Or should we be on the other page?
We should be selected. We should be right here.
Sha'ara or Sha'ar?
So you read from right to left.
Oh. What am I?
So kinsman is what?
Sha'ar.
Sha'ar. Woman is what?
Sha'ara.
Say again.
Sha'ara.
Sha'ara.
Okay.
Right. So kinswoman would be Sha'ara. So if there's a female relative, like a really female cousin, you'd say Sha'ar. If it's a male cousin, you'd say Sha'ar. Right. Also, say if you wanted to reference a granddad, right? If you wanted to say my granddad, there isn't really a separate word for granddad, but you basically say father of my father, right? Or the father of my mother, if it's your granddad on your mom's side, right? The of my father, say Abaya. So Abba, father. So this is my grandmother on my dad's side.
How do I put them together again?
So just think of it like you're saying the mother of my father. So you'd say mother first, then you'd say my father.
Ama Abaya.
Ama Abaya, exactly. So that's the mother of my father. If you're saying your mother's mother, Ama Amaya, the mother of my mother, right? If you're saying his grandfather, you really wouldn't even say where's the grandfather. You would say either his father's father or his mother's father, right? Or his father's mother or his mother's mother. You would say, if you're saying his father, you would say him, right? So Abba, Abba, Wa, right? If you're saying, wait, y'all get the point, I'm sure. We're gonna come up with the father of the mother of the father. We don't go too far with it, right? But y'all understand the point. You can say grandfather or even great grandfather or however many generations y'all want to go. You can do it with basically that premise. You could say the father of his brother, right? Which would be his uncle, right? Or you can just say Dawa Dawa. You can certainly do that. So however y'all want to rock it out using these different family members, y'all can certainly do so. Right now, what I want to do. Let me get this question. The app I'm talking about was we was able to change a verse into the different Bible versions and also the Hebrew versions. I think you use it mostly at the end of the class. Can't find Bible Hub. Okay, no, you said never mind. Found it. I'm sure there is no app of it. There is a Bible Hub app. I got an iPhone and an Android. I'm pretty sure I have it on both. So it should be available on both on both, whether you have it. Yeah, I got it on both. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you should be able to find Bible Hub. As a matter of fact, let me see if you search it. Who's the details in store? I'm trying to see who it's by. It doesn't want to show me that easily. But yeah, you should be able to find it there. Search Bible Hub. Okay. All right. So also, y'all let me know. It keeps flagging that my internet connection a little shaky. Y'all let me know if I'm still coming through to Rob or if there's any issue with the video or anything. Where's my? I do need to change the Wi-Fi. Yeah. All right. Show me how it looks like. Yeah, for sure. Let's do my iPhone.
So okay.
Go ahead.
Can you scroll down a bit so
Of
I can
course.
get Kinsman?
Yeah. So kinsman or kinswoman, that'd be any other relative. Stop. All right, so Ira, I'm not sure if how well you can see. Let me try and do this here. It's probably not going to work that well. Let me real quick. I'm gonna put myself up on the big screen. We're gonna see if it shows. So this is on my iPhone. It's too bright. It's gonna trip. Just too dark. We can't see nothing. You can see that it looks like this book right here. You know, in the bottom left on y'all from what y'all can see. It looks like this, right? It's like a blue background, a white book. It looks like that. Okay. That's what it looks like. I'm go back. Let's see this. Okay, they're saying I'm breaking up from time to time. We should just go on. Audio was chopping, going in and out, but can still understand. Okay. Okay. Let me. To be fair, I'm using my phone's hotspot, and it does look kind of low. Like the bars, I got 2 bars right now. It might just be that the heat is so damn hot in the UK. The Wi-Fi is just it ain't doing too hot. If it's too hot, that the Wi-Fi ain't doing too hot. It's just good night. That was Bible Hub. That's what I was talking about. So I have both the Blue Letter Bible and Bible Hub. You can get them as apps on your phone. You can get them as like the web browser on your computer or whatever device you use, a tablet or something. I use primarily. I find the best function is using the desktop version, like on a laptop or a computer or something like that. I find the most utility. It's easy to use, easy to navigate. But the phone app, if you're in a pinch, you can definitely find root words and find phrases that way. Okay. All right. So let me see what I want to do. Let me see. Is there what I wanted to do was come up with some phrases that I would type up I'm actually going to type it in the Assyrian and see if y'all can translate these phrases. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think of what sort of phrases to use. Let's just start simple. Okay. I'm going to go over to here. So this is the site that I use to write in like the Assyrian Hebrew. I'm going to put, let's see. See, it tricks you out. I almost was spelling just spelling the words out, typing the letters, but y'all can see from this keyboard, different letters, will relate to different things, right? So I think Hebrew. So this is a good question. How would you say? Let me double check I'm doing this right. Y'all don't start translating it yet. All right. I think you are the yam of power at the end of what I'm trying to do. Let me just double check I'm doing this right. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. In this instance. Okay. Okay. I got it. Right. So in this instance, we're going to use this and this. Right. Okay. So let me make this a little bigger. Kyla, can you translate this phrase for me?
It's gonna take me a while.
Sweat, just do it part by part. And just let me know if you recognize any root words. If there's any words you don't recognize, let me know and I'll give you the word so you can form the phrase. All right. Also, if anybody at home, if you're watching in the audience, if you'll know the phrase, put it in the comments. If there's anything you recognize, put it in the comments.
So, like, yeah. Is this Masha Pakath Nawa? Masha Pakath Nawa.
You tell me.
Well, the last two characters was confusing me.
Okay.
And I think that looks right.
Yes, that's correct. So Masha Pakath Nawa. Now I know it's a little bit difficult because it don't have the connectors, but we're gonna do what we can to this will also help you read as you know, for any brother who reads a Sabbath service verses or is using resources like Bible Hub, you gotta sort of remember the words you've learned and you know, kind of form them based on knowing what the origin is and then what was added to it and how to put it all together. Okay.
The next word is Kazakwa.
Yeah, so Kazakwa. So the go ahead.
Oh, you was gonna say something?
Nah, go ahead. You
translate it?
Yeah, translate it. Go ahead, you got it.
Our family is strong.
Our family is strong. Absolutely. Well done. Well done. Right. So you of course know Kazakh means what?
To be strong.
To be strong, right? Or like we used earlier, to strengthen if we use it as a verb, but this is an adjective, right? So it means to be strong, just to be firm, right? And then you have ma shapaka. Now this is a feminine noun, right? Which is why we changed the adjective. So Kazakh, the adjectives have to match in number and in gender to the noun. I'm probably losing all y'all. Y'all had it when the sister said it. I'm probably losing everybody. Let me go back to when we like the whole resource that I've put together. Damn near everything you need to form sentences. All right, let me go back to that. I'm about to show you examples of what we do with adjectives. The sister was very tawab in putting that together. So it's gonna be right here, and we're looking at here, right? So subject pronouns. So when we're talking about a certain thing, in this case, the subject was my family. Okay, so when you're using adjectives, if y'all can see from right here, they must agree in number and gender with the nouns they modify. And I use this exact example with Kazakh, right? So if you're describing a male, and if you're describing one person, or if you're saying I am strong if you're a brother, saying you are strong if you're talking to a brother, or you're saying he is strong, you use Kazakh. If you're saying she is strong, or the thing you're talking about is a feminine noun, or you're talking to a female, or talking about a female, a singular, you'd use Kazakwa or Kazakwa. right? If you're talking about multiple men, whether it's y'all, we, if we're using it in that context, or them, they are strong, kazak yam. If you're talking about multiple sisters, y'all are strong, or sisters are saying we are strong, kazak wath. So the adjective, whatever adjective you're using, it has to agree in number and the gender to the noun they modify, which is why I wanted to check, and it will make sense when I want to double check with the way we do this, right? Because we're saying ma shapakath nawa. So we're saying our family. But really we're talking about one family. So it's still singular. And because it's a feminine noun, we use kazakwa and not kazakwath, right? Which is why I wanted to double check that. It kind of makes sense. Okay. So that's the first phrase. Well done, Kaila. Okay. And as I say, as we're going through these phrases, if anyone knows the answer in the comments, y'all put it in the comments. All right. So let me come up with another phrase. Let's do this. This right here that I'm gonna type out is facts. This is a real life allegory. I'm telling y'all my real life experience. All right. So let's do this. Let's do. Okay. Okay. So, Kaila, translate this phrase for me.
Abaya.
Which means what?
My father.
My father.
Awahab.
Awahab. Well done. Which means what?
Loves.
Loves, right? So ahab means love. Awahab makes it present tense. Because we're talking about singular male, either this would be he in the context, you just add wa after the first and second letter. So awahab, loves. It could also say like is loving, but in this context, we know it's talking about, as you read on, you'll kind of figure out it's not saying is. I mean, it could be saying that, right? Depending on, where my father's at the time. All right. So carry on.
Hashamash.
Hashamash, which means what?
I feel like I should know. But I'm not sure at the moment.
It's something that has been, the Most High has had afflicting the UK these past, however long it's been in this heat wave. That's a hint.
The heat or the sun?
The sun.
The sun.
I was gonna give you another hint, Egyptians will make a god out of this thing. We know it's just, the Most High's creation. Ha-shamash, shamash means sun, right? So the sun, okay? And then the rest, or the last phrase.
Wahakam. And the heat.
And the heat. Well done. Okay, like we learned from the weather class, right? Kam means heat, or to say something is hot or warm, right? So abaya, awahab, hashamash, wahakam. My father loves the sun and the heat, which is facts. My father comes from Jamaica, right? Born and mostly raised in Jamaica. I wouldn't say mostly raised because most of his life in the UK now at this point. But he absolutely loves the sun and the heat. And anytime any of us complain that it's too hot, here he comes saying, hey, it ain't too hot. Y'all just need to pattern That's damn near the essence. You don't say it quite like that. That's damn near the essence of what he's saying. He said it'd rather be hot than cold. All right. All right. So well done once again. Let's get another phrase for you. Bada bing. Okay. Okay, let's do. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do this from the perspective of. Right, so I'm gonna do. Then let's do. What's the rule here? Let's see. This is where that verb gets a little confused. I probably need to say that one a little bit more. I was gonna say for prepare. So let's use another verb. Let's do. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Oh, see, I went to spelling out the word again. I had to do this. It's the consonants. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's translate this phrase. Let me do it. Just want to make sure it let's do it like that. Can you stop? Okay. All right. Hey, Mosaic, right? Mosaic. That's why I attend these classes, man.
Okay. Ayasha. Did something just disappear?
No. I actually do
it just got smaller.
Say again.
It just got. I thought there was a second line for a second.
No, I just scrolled up. And I had zoomed out, so it's all one line.
Okay.
I need to amend that. Let me just double check. I've not made any more spelling errors. This should be. Oh, this should be Salaki, y'all. Salaki. All right. Okay. Now we good. Now it's actually spelled correctly.
Ayasha. Wa'anya or Wa'anya?
Wa'anya. Done. And if you don't know any of them words in the comments, all right, go ahead and help this sister out.
I will. Okay, this is I, wa, ma, ra, ya, ma.
So that fourth letter is a da.
Da.
Yep. I'll show you. They look kind of similar, but like this is a da and this is a ra. They look very similar, but the da is more that straight line. The ra is curved.
Iwamadium.
Iwamadium. Well done.
Iwamadium. Yeah. That dash. That's just punctuation. That's not a character, right?
It's punctuation.
Okay. I'm. Yahweh.
Exactly. Well done. I know y'all in the comments got some of these words now. Y'all don't let the sister do it by herself. I thought we had brotherhood up in this ISUPK and sisterhood. Come on now.
La Iwalam.
La Iwalam. Well done. Excellent job.
Now I have to remember everything I said.
Of course. You have to remember and translate it.
Okay. Ayashia. My husband.
Correct.
Wa Anya. Is the wa and the ya
the root word here is anya.
Anya.
Y is a preposition.
Anya as in I.
That's correct.
My husband and I. Stand?
Yes, stand. Okay. Now, why have we done stand? Stand is I'm mad. But why have we done I wa mad yam?
Because it's two of us. The Y is because it's present tense.
Absolutely.
I wa mad yam.
Well done. Carry on.
With the Lord forever.
Yes, well done. Okay. Well done. Good job. Good job. Give that sister a round of applause. All right, so Ayashia wa Anya, I wa medium, I'm Yahweh, la I walam, will translate to my husband and I. This is for the sisters. Y'all don't clip that and put it on Twitch or wherever y'all put it. The sister saying her husband and her, my husband and I in the phrase, stand with Yahweh forever. Okay. No sign crap. If y'all want to note that down as a phrase, that's all y'all sisters out there got a husband and y'all want to stand with the Most High. You and your husband and you want to stand with the Most High forever. Go ahead and write down that phrase. Right. No sign Christ. I think that's probably we at 8:54. That's probably the last one we'll do. So I'm gonna give you the time to note that down. And I think we're about ready to close out. We'd usually end with the vocab, but I thought this was definitely a good exercise to practice translating phrases. Now, probably I got that from my brother. Shout out to Prison Officer Yagadar. I got that from that brother. That was a real good I seen Lashawan Qadash class. I don't know if a recent one or from a while back, but he did that. And I like that idea. You know what I'm saying? We all iron sharpened iron, so I wanted to definitely shout out that brother. You know what I'm saying? And I do think I want to start incorporating things like that. We do kind of generally do it as we do in the classes. Like I ask you how to say this, how to say that. But me like just coming up with a phrase and you translating it, I think it's definitely a good exercise to start putting these things into practice and learning. Even in here as well, we've done a lot. We've practiced reading the Assyrian Hebrew for one, which is it's just annoying as hell to read. We're identifying root words here, and we're identifying what's been added to modify them. That's also a very useful skill to have. And then we're recalling these different root words and their meanings. So this what you demonstrate to Kyla, you've done a very good job. Very, very good job. All right. I see they seen in the comments they like this. They like this too. Most sign Christ. I definitely want to start incorporating. Y'all make sure y'all watch Yagadar's class and say, "Hey, Officer Al by Shy." I shout out to that brother. I forget what zone he from. He is he Atlanta? Yagadar. I think Yagadar. I think he might be Atlanta. I could be wrong. So like if I'm wrong, wherever the brother's from, shout out to that brother. All right. All right. Someone said the Syrian not as good as the paleo. Yeah, paleo. The paleo alphabet is definitely easier. It's easier. It looks better. You got the connectors in there, so you don't have to pronounce the words. But we also have to learn the Assyrian. So even as you go on about your day to day and you want to know how to say this phrase, how to say that phrase, you can yourself use resources like Bible Hub and the Blue Letter Bible to maybe look up some phrases. And then you kind of have the idea of how to read the Assyrian so you can put that together. And by all means, if you're not sure of anything and want to bring, hey, is this how you'd say this? Because I found this here. Bring this to the class, ask the question. We'll look into it, get it answered for you. All right. But I hope you all enjoyed this class. I've definitely enjoyed it. It's been real to while. All right. I appreciate everybody that showed up. You know what I'm saying? Tay says it was amazing. So I trust the words of Tay. All right. It was a real good class. All right. With that, let me see. We got 3 minutes. I have enough time to speed run through, and I say speed run, I'm just joking. Speed run through the announcements. Go ahead and read the announcements, and then we'll close out with the salutes. All right. So, all right, Shalom Israel. We had the ISUPK started at 1 West 120. Let me jump my screen so I can focus. All right. Where's the thing I want? Why is it not that one? Hold on. See, now I'm going to. Why is it? I'm looking for the one. There we go. I just need to zoom out. I don't know why I'm doing it. All right. We the ISUPK start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. And after this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. You also have tithes, which is a commandment. Find this in Numbers chapter 18:21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give this to the treasury department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund, which is a free will offering for the priests. It's not mandatory. You can give whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. What's the next one? The I always say I'm gonna get the sheet, and it's like every time I forget to get the sheet. But all brothers, all sisters, remember to check the bulletin board in the hallway. And if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. There's black boots, shirts, bands, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, I'm Madiam. I'm going to close out and salute the brothers. All right, so Yimena Israel, I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Barakatham. Yad Yamata. We'll salute the sisters, so sisters stand. All right, we'll salute all these sisters. Yimena Israel, I'm Madiam. I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Ilatan Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shamar Alatan Bahasham Yahweh Shai.
No sign Christ. Yad Yamata and dismissed. All right. As always, the water to everybody for tuning in. The brother helped me out. That's brotherhood right there. Memorial of blowing of trumpets. As to when it is, y'all contact Mike. Go ahead, Carla.
I think September 11th. I saw a flyer.
11th, the water. All right, September 11th, the Memorial of Blowing of Trumpets. All right, with that, Israel, Shalom. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham, and Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashem Yahushua.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're